Hello, and welcome back to another exciting video of The Sims 1 Legacy Edition. If you are new to this channel, welcome. And if you are a subscriber, we welcome you back. Alright, so what is going to happen today? Well, I thought we would go back into... Who lives here? Oh, Williams. Back into Bob Geck's house. And as you can see, not much has happened here since last time. I don't know why I'm talking with an accent. Um, my aspect ratio is kind of screwed up too, so that's something. Again, I'm not really using the money cheat right now. Trying to avoid that. But not all cheats are off. So I'm still using the move objects cheat, and I might break Bob here, maybe, by doing this. I can screw up the game if I take that. Oops, out there it goes. Yeah, I broke him. Yep, and now he's not going to eat. Damn it. I wanted to change. He's standing in the food, and he's still going to have to eat it. Sorry, Bob. So I'm going to make some Oops. I want to make some adjustments to his house. If I can get my act together and do that. Hopefully this isn't too loud. I'm talking louder than normal because last time I recorded this, um, let's get him through dinner and then we'll add the adjustments I want to make to this house. Um, I noticed that my voice was not as loud as I would have liked on the recording, so I figured I would try to raise the voice volume. What the hell was that? Is that a burglar? He has a burglar alarm. Yes, he does. Okay, good. Let's get him through dinner, and then we will make some adjustments. What a sad little world. Look at this sad little world he lives in. It's a nice house, which proves that you can take 20,000 simoleons and build a little house and have nice stuff, or you can build a big house and have nothing. Alright. Imagine going to sleep and your house just changes around you. That would be different. Alright. I don't feel like selling any of this stuff. The game doesn't give you as much money if you sell it back either, which is bullshit. See, I'm allergic to bullshit. So I decided to get rid of this little kitchen because I don't know. He doesn't really need this little uh, area walled in, the little kitchen area. And I was going to add a second story because why not? Maybe Bob gets married. I don't know. Hell, was this a stupid idea? Well, he doesn't really use this area anyway, so I'm just gonna expand the little kitchen area. This will tell us that it's a kitchen. See, if unless this tile's here, the game doesn't know that that's a kitchen. And then I guess I'll put the living room upstairs, which maybe I won't. Holy shit. $2,000 for a freaking staircase? Dude, are you kidding me? See, look at that. $355. Then I go look at this. In my ass. They want $500 because it's used? Since when does that count in this game? Ugh. Well, anyway, oops, I need a little baby kitchen. It needs to get brought back. Okay, so that didn't really go according to plan. But we can make some quality of life improvements. We can. Not too big of ones, cheap ones, because everything in this game is ridiculously priced. Let's expand the bathroom. Actually, let's do this. Get out of here. No one wants your freaking overpriced staircase. $2,000 for a staircase. What is a stair? Last time I went to the staircase store in real life, it was like $500, and that was for a really good staircase. There's no such thing as a staircase store in real life. I'm just trying to be funny, and my controller's going all over the place here. And once again, when this bathroom's done, we need to put tile in it so that we know it's a bathroom, or else we're not going to know it's a bathroom unless there's tile in it. You know what I mean? And I need to. This is just turning into a freaking nightmare for me because now I need to expand his bedroom because we just lost room in there. So I mean, what the hell are we even doing here? And then I gotta buy. Does he need a bathroom in his bedroom? Probably not. Do I want to waste his money? Absolutely. So here is now. You know what? No, screw that. Here, there's that, and a toilet, and this is what you get. And then can he afford a sink? He cannot. Well, he kind of can. He kind of can. Now watch this. And up, look at that. This is a very depressing. Screw this. All right, I wasn't gonna use cheats, but this is just no. I don't want the computer. This would be the one night a robber shows up. Is when the computer's outside the realm of. Okay, let's do this. Okay, just gonna stick this in the house, and then when he wakes up, I'll move it back outside because I don't think the robbers can come in the afternoon. So that was a really stupid move on my part. I don't know why I did that, but I'm not gonna undo it now. We're just gonna have to live with it. I didn't want to cheat. I almost cheated because it's so tempting to just give him money, but Bob is gonna have to learn the hard way. And he didn't even want any of these upgrades, but I don't really care. I could have used that money to send him to town, make a new friend, improve his life somehow, but I decided to give him a second bathroom that he probably will never use because his social's in the red. He has enough to go to town. That's what. Oh, well, it's almost time for work. Why does the social go up when he's at work? I know he deals with people at work. What's his job again? Lobbyist. Yeah, see, all he does is talk to people. A special interest groups that influences local politicians. Hires you. Heavy social skills and lots of friends are needed to advance in this career. You must win friends and influence people. Charisma skill is essential. Okay, well, so what's that about? I mean, he's a lobbyist for God's sakes. All he does is talk to people, and you're telling me he doesn't get any social at work? My ass. What does he do all day? Sit in a what? I might have to cheat just to get that computer back in here. I'm not gonna. This is not. I don't even think he can use the TV right now. I have screwed this man's life up beyond a reasonable doubt. Well, hang the phone up right now, because we might, ladies and gentlemen, we have successfully brought the computer back into the system. And look at that, he still has a little bit of money left over, more than he started with. So we got a sink. Wait, oops. Uh-oh. No, no. Goodbye. Thank God I zoomed out there. And what the hell is this? Oh, it's a cat. Well, okay, we'll get rid of the cat. Bob, go have dinner. Yeah, I could say go serve dinner and then. But see, he's got a pretty good life. I mean, look at this place. It's small. He has a needless bathroom, but what sim doesn't have an unneeded room? I haven't cheated yet, so that's an accomplishment. I'm very tempted to. How much is a shower? Another shower. Another shower would be a big. Oh, 650. Yeah, maybe tomorrow. Um, let's screw it. Let's go to town. Let's go downtown after he uses the bathroom. Well, I can do fun downtown. Social. I don't think he's very social unless I. Yeah, he's not outgoing at all. Oh, for God's sakes. Can you do anything in here? Let's find out. Nope. Alright, wonderful. I thought we figured it out, but I guess we didn't. Okay, hold on. Um, so he's gonna stand there shaking his head for the next eternity. Okay, can you do anything with this? No, you cannot, because it flippity snickets and... Alright, this is... We're gonna do something here. Okay. Just hang on, hang up the phone. Call somebody, call anybody. Let's... Now, this isn't permanent, because this irritates me as much as it irritates you. Okay. Hold on. Playing Tetris with the Sims here. Okay. Damn it. Okay, let's do this. And then... Okay, and he can't get into that bed because that's literally impossible. Let's see here. I know everyone's going to be in the comments telling me, you're an idiot, this is what you need to do. Okay. Okay, good. Take a shot every time I say okay. Actually, don't do that. You die of alcohol poisoning. If you did that. Okay. I think we got it figured out. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the solution to our problem. Now, if he can call a cab to go... I just wanted to see if he could actually go take a bath. I don't actually want him to take a bath. His hygiene's on the green. Now, the question is, I might get some money from selling these flies, too. Now, every time I say that, the game's like, you're a liar. I think it might have been a glitch in the original game, because it only does it on the disc version. It never does it in this remaster. Kind of weird. Alright. Yes. Save this sad little world he exists in. Man, we need to get rid of this crap. I know that I'm kind of cheating, but whatever. I just, you know. I feel like it's a waste of time to make them clean up the property because I'm too busy trying to keep them alive. We don't have enough, well, we have enough money for iced cream, but he doesn't need any ice cream right now. We are here to meet somebody and make a friend. And we're just trying to get a social back up. Social in this game was a pain. I should have put another sim in the house with him. And hey, look, it's Sheldon. And now he's freaking out about entertainment. I mean, look at how slowly that thing moves. I hate doing social. I think it moves faster if the sim actually lives in the house with you versus, trying to talk to sims on the street. I guess. Who's this? No, Miss Crumplebottom. She's here. Always good to have Miss Crumplebottom here. Talking about money, talking about the economy, which you don't have much of. Although in SimWorld, he's actually more like middle... And this guy's tired of him. I don't care if you like me or not, Sheldon. You're going to sit here and take this. Yeah. Upe lila la kala. Well, he seems to be okay. You know what, Sheldon, you have served your purpose. Goodbye, Sheldon. Yeah, in the original game, if you've never played The Sims 1 before the expansion packs, if you had a sim living by themselves, you had to wait for a sim to walk by the house to talk to somebody. Or you could call them because they would introduce themselves. But if you weren't able to get your Sims act together long enough for the sim to introduce themselves, then you were kind of SOL. You just had to wait. And then luckily the Sims 2 and 3, they added interactions that you could have with the mailman and the maid and all that. Then I think you can even marry those people in that one, Sims 2 and 3, which is nice. They should have done that in this game. And then it'll be time for bed. And he just completely skipped entertainment. Well, you know what? I don't care. He can have fun in his dreams. I need entertainment. God. You know what, dude? You don't get entertainment. You're lucky. He gets to have like 6 or 7 hours of entertainment. That's more than I get. I get maybe 2 or 3 hours of entertainment a day. Unless it's a weekend, and then I gotta come back and go back to work. Feels like the weekend lasts about 5 minutes. And go watch TV. What's he watching? Switch to action. I don't know how he'd react to action. Guess he'll tell us, and you need to take a shower before work. Take a shower. I think I did a video on how hard The Sims 1 was, but it's freaking brutal. I mean, it's even harder than people know. Because if I moved him in with somebody, they wouldn't be married. I would have to get them to become married. Which, yeah, I mean, they're living together, so I have control over both of them. But you try to marry an outsider, forget about it. Be here all night. Or day. It's day right now. About 5 o'clock. What do you consider 5 o'clock in the afternoon? Night or day? It's still daylight out. And he's laughing at the Action Channel. Must be a good movie. I've always wondered what the Sims movies look like. Because the audio for them, EA did a really good job with the audio for this game. I mean, we can't see what they're doing. It's just a static image, but I've always been very interested to see what their shows look like. Okay, and now he's just flipping around. Did we make a new friend? I don't think we did. I think Sheldon hated us, and he's like, hey, "Get out of here! You suck." Time for work. Unless it's school. That little car he gets to take. I don't think I've ever had a sim get out of the jalopy mode because I always try to like when I start out playing. It's like Grand Theft Auto. You play it correctly for like a minute, and then it's 360. That's not bad. And then it's just screw it, you know. Um, I'm gonna start screwing around with cheats and stuff. I mean, Grand Theft Auto, it's more free roam. You obey the traffic laws for like a good minute, and then it's just back to cheating. And that's pretty much what I've done with The Sims. Is I send them to work for like a day, and I'm like, yeah, this sucks. It's too hard to keep their needs up, and then I just end up cheating, and then eventually the house gets burned down or whatever. Well, in The Sims, the house gets burned down, not in real life, obviously. YouTube, talking about the game. So this is bothering me right here, and oh shit, the phone went off. Maybe he'll get a call. Please be money. Please be money. Please be money. Yes, it's money. That stock tip paid off big time. The $100 you invested last year has earned $1,050. All right, we will gladly take that. So let's get something for this little spot right here. Something cheap. And then another shower. And then, yeah, I think we're good. I think we're good there. That was smart of me to put that phone in there. I mean, it was kind of, I didn't do that on purpose, but we're just going to pretend that I'm a genius by putting that phone in there and forcing him to wake up. One time it's actually money. And the only reason there's a phone on that table is because I don't want the table to be empty. So, and what's interesting is there's actually another YouTuber that I'm sure all of you have watched, because if you're watching this, you're obviously into The Sims. And he said that that is actually for a canceled Sim game. I think it was like Sim Space or something that they were working on. I can't remember. It was something about space, and it never materialized, but those are some screenshots from that on the computer there. Kind of an interesting tidbit. Why the Sims don't have a console is beyond me. I mean, by this point in human history, we had the Nintendo 64, the PlayStation 2, the PlayStation 1. Home consoles were pretty common, so I don't know why the developers didn't give these guys a home console, but whatever. And then I want to put something there, but that'll be a later video. So this place is really starting to look up. We have a little kitchen. How does he feel about the house? Let's see. Okay, size 864 square feet, one bedroom, two bath, lot large. I guess this was probably meant for a mansion, but whatever. One day he will have a mansion. He dreams of it. I think. I don't know what the hell he dreams of. It'll be time for work soon. One day. Honestly, though, 20 grand actually goes a long way if you just don't build too much. Because this isn't a crappy house, I don't think. I don't know. I don't know what the rent would be in real life. What do you think the rent for a house like this would be in real life? Probably over 1,000. but I've seen houses like this in real life. This is probably the most realistic house I've ever built in this game, as you've seen me take over an entire lot. And I really wanted to add a second story to this video, but I don't think that's going to happen. Until next week, or until we get some serious money. And I might just I'll probably end up cheating anyway and just making him a millionaire, and this little box will turn into a McMansion overnight. Because I'll just get tired of screwing with it. Okay, so he might get promoted today. Probably not, because he needs 2 friends, so that's probably not going to work. Your work isn't bad, but there's definitely room for improvement. Home improvement, if you ask me. Alright, back to work. We were home for about 5 minutes. Alright, well, I guess we will end the video there. Okay, if you liked the video, didn't like the video, leave a comment, like and subscribe, tell me what you didn't like, tell me what you did like, and tell me any new comments or suggestions you have on future videos, if there are any, which I'm sure there will be. And I will catch you all next week. Alright, have a good one. Bye.